Salute everyone. This is Lawrence D. Adams. You can hear me loud and clear. Let me know in the chat room. This is Lawrence D. Adams. Let's get going. Shout out to everybody. Let's get it going. This class ain't for everyone. Let's get going. Shout out to everybody. I didn't even put my banners up. You know I'm really going. Today we're going to talk about this whole thing. Why LDA was not surprised. I was not surprised about what Beyonce said. I was not surprised. Why I wasn't surprised. Now I'm gonna make sure you listen to the end. I'm gonna share some other things too. So make sure you listen to the end. I'm gonna share some other things too. But let me sort of preface this first. I am not surprised on what Beyonce said about JayZ. Now you can see that the video that went viral that's out is actually the old video. And I think it's good that we talk about it because I think a lot of women had problems with what she said. And how can a man teach a woman how to be a woman and all that kind of jazz. But what we're going to do is we're going to play the video and I want you to look at it and we're going to break it down a little bit. So let's go to it. And here we go.
You taught me so many things. I was 20 years old when the first time I dated. You taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to live. You taught me how to be a friend. You've given me so much in life. And this is not enough. It's not enough I can give you. I just want you to be happy. And every year, I'm even more in love with you. And I want to spend every day of my life with you. Happy birthday. And I thank God for you every day.
So we seen the video right there. We see what she said. She said that she was completely he taught her how to be a friend, he taught her how to be a woman. He taught her so much. The argument that comes up when we think about these things, especially in the climate that we're in, and I want the thinking class to think about this, is that how can a man, and especially because people are looking aesthetically at JayZ versus Beyonce, how can a man like him teach a woman like her what's going on? How can he teach her anything? That is the problem right there. The problem is there's an issue. How can a man like JayZ from the streets, park streets, and then now he's a rapper, now he's a mogul and all that, how can he teach Beyonce, who had a mother and a father, teach her anything about being a woman? And it's amazing amount of hate that came towards JayZ and came towards women. Came towards Beyonce because of this. And I thought about it. And one lady commented on my Facebook. She said, you know what? She said, I had a mother who taught me how to be independent. She taught me how to be a woman. But this man taught me how to be a lady. And I think a lot of times we're missing in this culture and in these times that a lot of women, even though they may have it together on the outward, they got the 6 figures, they got the money, they got the car, everything like that. But they don't know how to be a woman and they don't know how to be a lady. And that causes a problem for the society because they have so propped up women to have it all together. And for a woman that they idolize, say the beehive that they idolize, how can she say this about JayZ? She's supposed to have it all together. She's supposed to be everything that everybody wants. She's supposed to be all of this. How can she have it? Can she say this about him, that he taught her how to be a woman, to be a friend, to be loving? And then she went on and she said, I'm going to celebrate you. I want to make you happy. That goes against everything that's pushed out, even in Beyonce's music. Now, granted, this is an old video. Life has changed. Things have happened. That's understandable. But at the end of the day, do you catch the lesson that's being taught? So let me break it down for you. The father And I'm glad you're breaking it up. The father can only take a girl, but so far. Someone broke it down in my Facebook page. They said it. Knowledge can only take you so far, but experience takes you even further. So what JayZ was able to do, well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Let me tell you why I'm not surprised. I have dealt with, and this is not, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to blow my own horn. I'm not trying to say this is what you need to do. I've dealt with it. I've talked to a lot of women, romantically and non-romantically. And I will say this, a lot of them have not just them, have not been groomed. They have not been groomed. They have not dealt with a man that is thorough. Who's going to set boundaries for her? Who's going to say, you know what, baby, what you're doing right there, that ain't cool. The problem is most people are enamored by Beyonce, but JayZ seen her as not just Beyonce. He's seen her as, this is my wife, and I had to cultivate her. Let me say that. Let me say that again. JayZ did not look at her just, oh, this is my wife. I gotta, she's all of that. He didn't bow down to her. And what happens is he was able to call her on the carpet on some things. This is the oxymoron that I think that this culture is missing, is that, let me say it, a lot of women, keep it real. I got to make sure I get more simpler because I can get real deep. Let me make it more simple, make it real simple. A lot of women have not been groomed or have not been trained effectively on how to deal with a man. I know this is a surprise to some people. I know some people ain't gonna like it, but it's the truth. They're used to dealing with themselves, their mother, and maybe their father, or with guys who are always simping to them. So here comes JayZ, and he said, no, I don't care if you Beyonce, this is what it is, this is what it ain't, this is what I ain't gonna take, this is what it is. He set boundaries. He let her know what it was gonna be about. See, this is the thing. A man is supposed to teach her some things. See, this is the problem. This is the problem that this society has when it comes to relationships. They think that when you get married or get into a relationship, that the woman, because we have prop women up so high, that they come into the relationship that they got it all together. Same thing for the men, because a lot of men think that too. But it's mainly pushed towards the women that, oh, Beyonce came in here, that she got it all together. She can do all this. She don't need no man, that nobody can tell her anything. The problem is you push that narrative to the public, but in private, she needs to be showed how to deal with JayZ as a man. See, that's the problem. That is the issue. A lot of women think they got it all together where they really don't. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I'm not the one to bash women. I am not that guy, but I am the guy to tell you the truth. They think they got it all together. They think they're aesthetically, they got the BBLs, they got the eyelashes, they got the hair, they got the wigs, they got everything else. But the thing that's missing is no one's taught them on how to interact with a man. What they've been used to dealing with are boys. Let me say that again. No one's taught them how to deal with a man. They've been, I'm froze up. See, they got so good. Let me refroze up. Let me get my camera together. Camera ain't got froze up. Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get it together. Okay, reopen. I love technology. Can you hear me? One. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. If you can hear me, put a number 1 in the chat room. I was about to heat up. I was ready to go. You should be able to hear me now. Good. All right. Good. 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 So the problem is this. The problem is this. A lot of women have been given so much gas, so much helium in their head by this culture that they got it together. I got the education. I got this, and can't no man tell me anything. How can a man tell me how to be a woman? Let me help you, baby. You don't have it all together. And that is the problem, because we don't see the value of a man in a woman's life. They don't see the value of a man in a woman's life. So that's the problem. The real issue is they value Beyonce. What is going on today? There we go. They value Beyonce so much that they did not see the intrinsic value that JayZ had. Oh, he's just a rapper. Oh, he's from Brooklyn. You know, look at his lips. Look at how he look. Look how he raps. They value her so much, not seeing that they didn't see the value of the man in her life. Well, she had a father. Her father can teach her but so much that a husband can teach her beyond what a father can teach. Well, she had a mother, baby. We already see what happened to her mother. Her mother then we see what happened to her mother. She can't hold it together. So the thing I want you to get, why I wasn't surprised, because I done seen a lot of women who came like Nicodemus in the nighttime on this phone, on the behind the scenes in the DM, on how to deal, how do I deal with my man? What do I say? They have not been groomed. They have not been taught on how to deal with a man. And guess what happens? I don't shame them. I don't put them down. I don't know why my thing want to freeze up on this. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't know why I want to rise the screen. Why this acting up? Wow. Everything is frozen up on this. Wow. This is crazy. Wow and wow. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I am not touching anything. I don't know what's going on, but this is crazy. Now my thing is, man, now my everything trying to connect. I look like I'm red. Don't me to try to stop this. No, this is just to take that. Now I look red, everything, and I never have problems with this. Let me switch this right quick. There we go. Let's get back to it. And this is no indictment on women. Let me say that again. I'm not trying to indict women or put women down. This is not it. But look what she said. You taught me so much. How can I celebrate you? This goes against everything that she has been singing on her records. Independent lady, I'm a survivor. The only thing that's come close to this cannot cater to you. And some women had a problem with that. But let me say something. Let me flip the script on this right quick. Let me flip the script right quick on this. This is the thinking class, and I want you to think. What kind of man do you have to be what kind of man do you have to be mentally, spiritually, and physically to actually deal with a woman like Beyonce? I want you to think about that. What kind of man you have to be able to deal with a woman like Beyonce? She's already part of Destiny Child. She's already doing her own thing. What kind of man do you have to be? What kind of thorough man do you have to be? So we had to look at both sides. Yes, Beyonce said what she said, but think what kind of man JayZ had to be. You can't be a simp. You can't be a simp and do this. You can't be a man who, baby, whatever you want to do, I got whatever you do. And she argue and fuss and she disrespects you. Do you think that if he was a simp, and that if Beyonce disrespected JayZ and that she went past his boundaries, that she cussed him out in public, that she did all kind of things, would she ever say that about that to JayZ on his birthday? Would she ever say that? So we got to look at both sides of the picture right here. This man had to be thorough. He had to be solid. He had to be a man that had his stuff together before her. And let me say this for those in the back of the room who don't get it. He had to be a man who understand her value, but he did not put her on a pedestal. That's the problem. There's you want to be that type of man? He had to be the kind of man say, okay, I see who you are. I see the value of what you do. I'm here for you. I'm supporting you, but I will not, baby, put you on the pedestal. I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to move forward. Most men can't handle that type of woman. Most men get jealous because of that type of woman. Most men will be competing with her. But what he did was he was able to what? Cultivate her. Not so we can say yes in the business side, but he cultivated her in her personal life. Everything she said in that clip was about from her personal life. Let me give you some game. Women need the game on how to deal with a man on their personal side. She can have the 6-figure job. She can have the car. She can have the Gucci. She can have the Louis. She can have everything together, but her personal life might be in the garbage can. Only a thorough man can cultivate and say, hey, this is how you flow. This is how you move. Because if her personal life is not together, what's going to happen to her what? Business life is going to go Iraq. It's going to lead her the wrong way. You got to understand this. And look how humble. Let's play it again. Let me go back to it because I think we got some people listening because most people like, I don't believe it. She didn't do all that. Let's play what she said.
Not only me, but everybody here. You taught me so many things. I was 20 years old when you first started dating. You taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to be a leader. You taught me how to be a friend. You given me so much in life, and this is not enough. It's not enough I can give you. I just want you to be happy. And every year, I'm even more in love with you. And I want to spend every day of my life with you. Happy birthday. And I thank God for you every day.
You got to understand what she just said. That was powerful. Turning up a little bit. You didn't hear it. Sorry about that, York. Couldn't hear it. Let me see if I can't get the volume to get up a little higher on this. But let's play it again right quick.
It is nothing compared to what you've done. And not only me, but everybody here. You taught me so many things. I was 20 years old when you first started dating. You taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to be a leader. You taught me how to be a friend. You've given me so much in life. And this is not enough. It's not enough I can give you. I just want you to be happy. And every year, I'm even more in love with you. And I want to spend every day of my life with you. Happy birthday. And I thank God for you every day.
Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. What red-blooded man wouldn't want his woman to say that about him? What red-blooded man wouldn't want his woman? It was just the being thankful, homie. Yeah. What man wouldn't want a woman to say that about him? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what man wouldn't want a woman to say that about him? Catch what she said about him. Let me throw some key points. First, he taught her something. Let me say that again. The first thing he did, he taught her something. The next thing he did, I'm trying to give you some clues, some game. He gave to her. He gave. This is contrary to what you hear on this social media and this manosphere and all that stuff. He gave to her. They both got money, so it wasn't so much the tangible, it was the intangible. He taught her how to be a woman. This is the key why I wasn't surprised. He gave, he taught, she couldn't do nothing but be thankful. What man want? I know all these guys say, forget these women around here. These women ain't nothing but for the streets. Yeah, I understand some of these women are for the streets. But what man wouldn't want to come home on his birthday and hear his woman say that about him? I mean, for real, what man really wouldn't want to hear that? I know I would. I know I have received that. But I want you to catch what she said. She said, he taught me something. I've always said on here, I don't care what these women say on these social media. You can't show me that. They want to be shown. They want you to be the leader and teach them something. Teach them the way. Now, this is the catch. You only teach the ones you only teach the ones who want to be taught. That's why Beyonce was winning. She was able to be the student and to be taught by JayZ. Let me say that again. You only teach the ones who want to be taught. The problem is you trying to teach women who do not want to be taught, and then you get on here and make social media websites and all kind of stuff, and everybody getting their feelings because you're trying to teach the women who don't want to be taught. Leave them to the wolves. Leave them in the wilderness. Leave them going around a circle. Teach the women who want to be taught. When you realize how valuable you are, you don't give your pearls out to you don't give your pearls to swines. So you own the first thing that you need to catch. Teach the women who want the woman or the women that want to be taught. Beyonce was able to be a student and learn from JayZ. I wish y'all would get this game that I'm telling you right now. Why you be wasting your time on some women that you trying to change? She ain't willing to change. She ain't with your program. You wasting your game on her. You wasting time. You wasting your mind. You wasting your money on a woman who is uncold, who do not want to get along with you. Why would you give a program? Why would you sign somebody up for a job who don't want to work? But that's what you guys do. So he taught her, but she was willing to be taught. She was willing to listen. You can't be taught something. I'm in elementary school. For me to be taught something, I had to sit down, listen, comprehend, write down, and absorb what was being said. She was willing to be taught. Please get this through your mind, brothers. She was willing to be taught. I'm saying it over again because I wanted to seep deep down in you. The next point is not only was she willing to be taught, she was willing to humble herself and actually take what he said and do something with it. That's why I'm surprised what she said about JayZ. She was willing to be taught. She was willing to get instructions. Ooh. If she's over talking the teacher, she's not for me. Now let me flip it right. She was willing to be taught. She was willing to follow instructions and follow the leader. But this is the other side for you guys, because some of you guys are, yeah, man, I feel what you're saying, LDA. Yeah, I got what you're saying. This is the other side. You have to have something that she wants to be, you have to be able to teach her something. Let me say that again. You can't say, well, these women ain't, you can't say I'm ready to teach the women, I'm a leader, and you have nothing in your head that you can teach her. Just be very clear. JayZ had something he taught her. Some of you guys can't even teach yourself out of a paper bag. You can't even teach a kid how to ride a bicycle. How the heavens and the hell you going to teach a woman, especially like Beyonce, anything? You got to have something in the tank to give. So he taught her, he gave her instructions. He gave her instructions. The most important thing is he had something to give her. I know it's contrary to what you hear on social media. I know it's contrary to what you hear, what you hear all the time. But I want you to realize that if you look at our anatomy as a man, our organs for sexual reproduction protrudes out because we give sperm. We don't receive sperm. I just want you to catch what I'm saying. So he gave. So he realized he had to cultivate her beyond just what her mother and father was giving her. Somebody asked me to do. He had to give her something beyond what her mother and father had taught her. See, let me tell you the secret. I'm going to tell you the secret. Catch what I'm about to say. He who gives first controls the relationship. Y'all better catch what I'm saying to this one. He who gives first controls the relationship. So he was willing to give to her. She was willing to be taught. He was willing to pour something into her. Let me give you the other thing is he was able to cultivate her. Do you understand this? Do you understand women don't come into your life with everything together because you don't come into life with everything together. She has to learn how to deal with you as a man and not as the men that she dealt with or even her father. Let me say that again. They do not come in to your life with everything together. Please get that fallacy, this fantasy out of your mind that when she come in, she got it all together because they already done pumped it up into the women's mind already. She does not come into your life with everything together. She must learn how you move and you must learn her also. I understand about the elevator thing and the salon. That's after this video. She comes in not knowing. You got to realize if she applying for the job, you got to give her on the job training. I don't know why you guys miss it, man. You got to give her on the job training on how to deal with what you do in your program. How you certain safety tips, what PPE to wear, where not to go, where to be, what boundaries to set. She does not know. Stop believing this fantasy that when you get just the right woman, the perfect woman, she gonna know how to deal with you. No, she's not. She has to learn you. You have to teach her. If you study and you talk to any pimp, he knows that she has to come into his program and learn what he expects and what he does not expect, and then about going out there and getting that money. Please, 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 please understand. I don't care what economical status she is. She still got to know how to please you. She got to know what turns you on. She got to know your dish, what you like and what you don't like. She got to know what foods that you eat and what you don't eat, what you're allergic to, what matters. She got to learn you. But you got to be the man enough to teach her. So, yeah, I'm not surprised what Beyonce said about. Then she said, you gave so much. I know y'all first thing they teach on here is about the money. Give her the money, give her the money. He must have gave her some rings. He must have gave her this. No. He gave her the intangibles. This is the thing, and I think a lot of guys miss it too. And I've learned this the hard way, but I learned it. Sometimes you pouring inside a woman. Y'all please pay attention to what I'm about to say. You may be poured inside of a woman, cultivating her for another dude. Whoo, y'all don't want to hear that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you are poured inside of a woman, not for you, and she's not going to be in your life. She's not for you. You must be cultivating for the next dude. You got to learn how to charge it to the game. I know you don't want to hear that. I know that's a hard pill, but it's the reality of it. Now you got too deep, Bill. I got too deep right there. I see what you're saying, Matt. Yeah. Sometimes you might be cultivating a woman, poured inside her, giving her and building her and doing this for somebody else. And the other dude you may not ever know, he needs to thank you. You can always tell when the woman has dealt with a very thorough dude, because when she comes to you, she's willing to what? Learn, humble, and get with your program. Somebody had to teach her that. You ain't lying, bro. You might be, and I'm telling you, I'm saying that. I'm thinking about, I'm trying to say it without saying, I'm thinking about a particular young lady that I knew, poured inside of her, grew in the boom, 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 but it wasn't for me. And I had to be okay. I had to do, as I've learned to do, I had to charge to the game and not take it personal and realize, hey, you know what? It is what it is. That's why I'm not surprised what Beyonce said about JayZ. No one's taken the time to actually groom her, to pour inside of her, to teach her, to set boundaries, to tell her that she's wrong, because they looked at Beyonce and they idolized her. Let me say that again. Man, I keep freezing. I don't know why this thing keeps freezing today. This thing is crazy, man. Let me say that again. Man, this thing is, I don't know why today it wants to freeze today. Let's get this thing back on. Man. I don't know why it's freezing today. I can't understand, but I want you to get that. The powder's real, correct. But I want you to get that. I'm not surprised. When you do this for a woman, let me say something. When JayZ did this for Beyonce, all the other men just wanted to get in her pants. All the other men wanted to get into her pants. Oh, she Beyonce. Oh, I knocked it off. Oh, I would be Beyonce. She did it, other dudes. But what other dude really poured inside of her? What other man really taught her? What other man really gave to her? That's why she's thankful. That's why she's appreciative. That's the difference right there. You got to know what kind of man you are. So could it be that, like the two you keep spitting? Yeah, man, I don't know what this is crazy. Yeah, YouTube is, yeah. So could it be, brothers, that you've been giving your sauce to the wrong women and you're not getting the results that JayZ is getting? Could it be you women who are listening have not found a thorough man who's going to cultivate you, who's going to teach you something, who's going to lead, who's going to give, and is going to and let me say the other side of it too, because this is the other part y'all missed in what she said. She was willing to reciprocate everything he done for her. Right there. Boom.
Execute Order 66.
Let me say that again. Beyonce was willing to reciprocate everything that JayZ poured inside of her. And anytime you pour something inside of a woman, she has the power to multiply what you give her. Y'all, I don't care. You give her scraps and dog foods and puppy child, all you're gonna get is a bunch of puppy child back. She said I'm thankful. I want to give back to you. She's willing to do whatever it takes to reciprocate what was given to her. That's why I said, he who gives first controls the relationship. He who gives first controls the relationship. So y'all been picking the wrong kind of women. Brothers, sisters, you've been picking the wrong kind of men. Sisters, pick a woman who wants to be taught. She has a father, shout out to Mr. Nose, but JayZ became her teacher, her protector, her mentor. He became her daddy. Good, I love that. JayZ taught Bay a lot of things. JayZ being in the rap game, yep, right. But this is the thing. He did not look at her as Beyonce from Destiny Child. This is the part I hope you guys don't miss right here. He did not look at Beyonce as just Beyonce from Destiny's Child. And she's cute and she got all the curves and she got that Louisiana accent, not Louisiana, but the Texas accent and everything. He didn't look at her like that. He didn't put her on a pedestal. He didn't idolize her. He looked at her, and we can say hypothetically because we don't know what happened in the relationship. But we can say just from outside looking in. What he did, he looked at her and said, let me pour inside of this woman. Let me give something to her. Let me show her something that she cannot get from anywhere else. Uh-oh, catch what I just said. Let me give something to her that ain't no other man before me and any man after me will have a hard time keeping up to what I gave her. And I don't know about y'all, but I can say this. I can say this with my chest. There's some women who I have dealt with. Whoever they with, the men that they with, have a hard time keeping up what I done gave her. Y'all think it's just the D. It ain't just the D. They have a hard time keeping up what I done gave her. I set the bar so high that he pretty much got to go to the Olympics to try to catch up with me because I done set records. Why am I saying that? Because it's the same thing applies to this situation with JayZ, Beyonce. He has think about it. What other man? She ain't no fool. What other man is going to give her what JayZ has given her to this point? Even with the whole thing with Solange and them cheating and all that kind of things that happen, what other man is going to be able to deal with Beyonce and not idolize her? Y'all please tell me in the chat room. What other man? What other man is going to be there to support her? What other man who's going to be down with her and she's going to be down with him? What other man? Who's going to be able to tolerate her? Then on top of that, she has kids by the dude. Come on. Y'all got to catch the game that's being given. What other man gonna really be able to come to even a jump rope close to that? Y'all can find one. Y'all let me know. She ain't. That's what's wrong with Tia Reverend Mari. She ain't gonna find another man like that. Well, look, the first thing they want to do is look at aesthetically. No, look at what this man has gave non-tangible to this woman, to Beyonce. And then, this is the catch. I want you to catch this game right here. I said that he gave all this to her, but this is what causes her to stick to him. What causes Beyonce to stick to JayZ is, yes, because of what he gave her. But what causes Beyonce to stick to JayZ is because she gave back to him. Y'all missing this, man. Let me try to make it simple. is that she gave back to him. That means that she invested into JayZ too. She said, I'll do whatever I can do to make you happy. That's called investment. Anytime a woman is into you, she will invest in you. Let me say that again. Anytime a woman is into you, she will invest in you. Y'all, execute order. I give my own claps on that. Anytime a woman is really into you, she will invest into you. She is now really stuck on him because he gave, but because now what she's going to do is she's going to give. And when she gives, it's going to make her attached to him because she now has invested her time, her body, her money, her whatever that's going on, because now she has now become attached to him. The reason why a lot of women ain't attached to you, don't want to give nothing to you, because you have not required of them to give to you. Y'all don't want this game. This is too much for y'all, man. This is too much. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to make it simple as possible. She's willing to invest in him. What did she say? Whatever I can do to make you happy on your birthday. Whatever I can do. She's willing to invest. And not just money, her time, not just her behind, but her time, her resources, what she got. Don't you think that when she invested with JayZ, that she helped JayZ with some of her connections that she have in the music industry, in the business industry? Y'all better think. Stop getting so enamored about this is Beyonce and this is JayZ. She invested in him too. You want a woman, brothers, who's going to invest in you. Y'all don't want to hear that. You want a woman who's going to invest in you. She was willing. This is the thing too. She's not only willing to invest in him, she's investing into his happiness. Y'all keep picking women who don't care nothing about your happiness. She said, whatever I can do to make you happy. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? You need a woman who's going to invest in you, but also invest in your happiness. Y'all keep investing into women who's worried about their happiness and not yours. Oh, I looked at numbers, went down on that one. Y'all didn't want to hear that one. And why would you say that, LDA? She was willing to invest in his happiness. And that is the key. But I'm here to say you can only get a woman to invest your happiness when you first make the investment. Y'all keep wanting women to do something that they have not been trained to do or have not taught them to do. That's why y'all keep getting bamboozled in this game. She was willing to invest in his happiness. That's why I ain't surprised. I am not surprised with her. And she was not, let me say this, she's not only invested in him, in his happiness, but she's invested in the long run. So this is not a short stock that she's buying in. She's invested into his long-term happiness. Choose a woman who's invested into your happiness and who you are. That's why I am not surprised by it. Peace and blessings. I am not surprised by it. I am not surprised about this. The only people who are surprised about it, I'm going to tell you who's mad about it. Let me throw some fire right quick before I get off of here. You know who's really mad about it? You know who's really mad about it? The women don't have a man that can teach them. Let me say that again. You know who's really mad about it? The women who don't have that protection, that guidance, that teacher, that lover, the one who can show them the way. That's who's mad. And if you look at the comments underneath that post, you'll see, well, look what he did. Well, look what Solange. Look what this happened. He cheated on her. He got a child on the side. He did this. They're all mad, but secretly, they all wish they were Beyonce and that they could say that about a man. And to all the men who are agreeing with that, brother, you need to get your balls back. That's what I need to say. Plain and simple. Because I don't know no man who would want a woman to say that about him. Don't be twisted on this red pill, green pill, yellow pill, all these pill things that you miss it. The only people who are mad are the women who, I guarantee, if we were to do a survey and we would have looked, all the women who are mad with the comments, tell me where they're. You can drop the mic on that one. You look at all the women who are upset, you'll see they don't have a thorough man in their life. I guarantee they're miserable. They probably got little starter kit. They barely making it. Things ain't what they thought. They don't have that man. And so they are projecting their hurt, their disappointment with the men that they deal with. And so why would he say that? Why would she say that about JayZ and all that? The first thing they're going to do is attack his looks, his aesthetic look, and not hear what she said. And then get into their feelings. That's the only people mad about this. The women who don't have that type of man in their life. And for those guys out there, yeah, I believe what JayZ said. Dude, bruh. Get some game in your life. Get yourself together so that you can do that for a woman and she can do that for you. Not so that you do it for yourself first, but you get yourself together. Have something you can give a woman like that. She's going to your right woman will reciprocate that. The problem is you keep choosing these wrong knucklehead women. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. The guys who are complaining that, this ain't right, this is all phony, this ain't right. They keep choosing the women that are in the comments. That's the real deal. They keep choosing the women who are in the comments. That's the problem. And then they mad because she's so upset. She got trauma. She went through this. The last guy done tore her weave out and she didn't do that. She got so much stuff going on. That's why she would never be Beyonce. And let me say this too. Think about what they've done. And I need to go on this one. Beyonce will sell you the dream of the independent woman. If you put a ring on it, I don't need no man and all like that. But she got her man. She will sell you all of that, but she got her man. Whether you agree with their relationship, whether you like it or not, baby, their net worth has went up since they've been together. I got to stop believing the records they be trying to sell you and look at the life that they live in. Think about it. Nicki, Carly B, Beyonce, I can think of some other people. They all got something. They got a man. And while you listening to what they saying, I can do this, lick here, do that, you ain't got no man. Something ain't right. Something ain't right in the sauce. This is the reason why I'm not surprised what Beyonce said about JayZ. Not at all. And guess what? There's a lot of women. I'm going to say it again. There is a lot of women who has not been taught. There are a lot of women who have not been taught. Don't you women come on this thing and start trying to flag me and all this stuff. There are a lot of women who have not been taught on how to deal with a thorough man. Let me say that again. You've been taught to deal with a boy. You've been taught to deal with the ghetto dude. You've been taught to deal with this kind of guy, but you have not been taught on how to deal with a thorough man. That independent woman stuff sells. Peep game, everyone. Yeah. Let me say that again. There are a lot of women I know they have not been taught. And I'm gonna say this for the folks once again. Get the one. The pimp said it on here already. I should have get that recording. Get the woman who chooses you, not the woman that you like. Get the one who wants to be taught, not the one who you got to force to teach. It makes no sense trying to. You're gonna hurt some. I know I'm gonna hurt some feelings. Get the women who want to be taught, not the woman who you got to force to teach. The moment she don't want to be down the program, cut. The moment she don't want to be taught, cut. The moment she don't want to take instructions, don't want to be led, cut. Stop dealing with women like that. Let me help you again. I don't care. I don't care if she got a fat booty. I don't care if she got nice breasts. I don't care if she got them lips that can suck a lollipop. I don't care. Choose the woman who chooses you and stop choosing the woman that you choose. Choose the one who wants to be down with your program. It's almost elementary to even say this. Can't live in the bedroom, right? It's almost elementary to say this. Beyonce wanted to be taught. She didn't deal with number of men in the industry. Please get what I'm almost like Paul in the Bible. I implore you, brothers. Get a woman, and then women, get a man who can teach you something. Because I got women who listen to me. Get a man who can teach you something. Stop getting these guys because you horny and your vibrator done broke down and you tired of using that. You just get a man, you need a quick fix. Get a man who gonna teach you something, who gonna lead you in the right direction. I should have put this one on Facebook. I don't know why I didn't. Get a man who gonna teach you something. You keep choosing all these men who keep leading you to a ditch, but you trying to go somewhere. Get a man who gonna teach you something, who gonna lead you, let me say this. Let me say this. Y'all ain't gonna like this, but I guess I'm gonna take the gloves off. Something ain't right in the sauce. Let me say this. Get a man, ladies, who you can look up to. Ooh. Get a man that you can look up to. The problem is why a lot of ladies have a problem with what Beyonce said about JayZ is because they keep getting men that they keep looking down at. Let me say that again for those who did not hear me clearly. You women keep choosing men that you have to look down at or look like, oh, this peasant, oh, this little thing. That's the thing. Choose a man that you can look up to, not the one you can look down to. Because if you're looking down at him, you have no respect from him and you feel you'll never be taught by him. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. Choose a man that you can look up to. Can a man that was cuddled by his mom all his life can teach a woman something? Has to ask that. I'm gonna tell you something. If he's been cuddled by his mother all his life, let me say this very clearly and unabashedly. I'm gonna say no. You're gonna need to learn how to be a man. If you've been cuddled by I'm not saying you, but if you've been cuddled by your mother all your life, what really are you gonna teach a woman? Your balls didn't drop down, plain and simple. Plain and simple. But back to what I was saying. Women, choose a man that you can look up to. Y'all keep choosing. When I know ain't no good man out here. These men ain't for the streets. You keep choosing the wrong one. That's why LDA ain't surprised at what Beyonce said about JayZ. I am not surprised. And I'm gonna tell you at the end of it, because I'm 3 minutes to where I need to close. The reason why I ain't surprised, I didn't talk to a number of women, romantically and non-romantically, who have came to me and have said, I've learned so much from you. You taught me so much about me being a woman. You taught me about how a man is supposed to treat a woman. You taught me so much. I know from personal experience, if you were to see these women lined up, you wouldn't guess that they said that about me. You know why? Because most guys don't take the time to groom the women that's around him. Okay, well, let me see this last question. How do we teach women things? Can you give some good examples, please? First of all, find his identity is the first thing. You know, which I think I said this before. Some good example. How can we teach women some things? And this is the last thing. I got 2 minutes. You teach women some things. First, you teach women how to deal with you. What do I mean? You tell her your boundaries, what you accept and what you don't accept, and you teach her how to respect you. Respect is not given, respect is earned. Respect is not given, it is earned. I know that's a hard pill for a lot of women and a lot of people to receive, especially these men. Respect is not given, it is earned. She has to earn your respect. So what do? You teach her and then you teach her, this is how we deal in this particular arena, as far as with business. This is what you need to do when we go out. Like, say, when I was dating someone, I would say, when we go out, this is what I need you to do. I show her how to flow with me in public. I'm gonna have people come and talk to me. I'll have people want to shake hands. People want to give grip. I say, hey, she knows that she's with me and she's beside me, but it doesn't mean that I'm neglecting her because people are coming to talk to me. So I give her instructions on how we flow in public. What other ways can I teach a woman? I teach her how to respect herself. Some women don't even respect themselves. And then let me say the other thing. I teach women how to love their bodies. Do you know there's a lot of women who do not love their bodies? Y'all don't want to hear this. Y'all trying to get me to go past my time. There's a lot of women who do not love their bodies. I teach the woman how to love her body. They feel shame. They feel defeated. They feel this and that. They look at all their imperfections. I teach women how to love their bodies. I teach them to be comfortable around me with their body. I teach her how to interact with me in everything that I do. If she has a problem in business, I teach her, hey, this is how she comes to me for wisdom on how to deal in business in this particular way. I'm always in the teacher mode. I'm always leading her and teaching her. Now, whether she takes the instructions, that's up to her. But let me say this very clearly, so you understand this, so you don't just become a teacher of women and you miss it. Every woman don't get that. Every woman, please understand your value as a man. Every woman does not deserve your teaching. does not deserve your wisdom, your insight, your way you think. She even doesn't even deserve your presence. So you teach women on multiple, and then also I teach non-verbally. I'm giving away the barn today. I teach non-verbally. How do you teach non-verbally, LDA? I teach with way I move. Let me say that again. I teach non-verbally. I teach without words. I teach without speaking. What do you mean, LDA? I teach her on how I handle situations, business, how I keep my house, how I keep my car, how I deal in public. I teach her non-verbally. I teach her without words. She picks up and say, "Oh, I bet not do that because I know LDA does not like that. He keeps his house a certain way. He keeps his car a certain way. I need to make sure my shoes are clean before I get in his car. Because my car is always clean. Always clean. I bet not just jump in his car because he has a luxury car. I need to put my bottom down and then slide. Let me show you because you guys y'all understand. She gets in the car. I teaches her to what? To put her bottom down and then get in the car. Not just flop down in my car. You're not messing my seats up. You're not messing up the leather in there. I teach her, yes, first by example. Then I say, hey, this is how you get into a car. This is how you get into a luxury car. You hold it and you put your bottom down and you turn. I done taught y'all something. You teach women by how you live. How else can they learn? That's why Beyonce is so thankful. If you got something from this, like, share, comment. Thank you for listening. Sorry for the interruptions with the stream. I don't know what's going on. Everything is in place, but thank you for joining me. Trust me, I'm not surprised Beyonce said that about JayZ. Like, comment, leave a comment after this because this was a really good show. But with that being said, this is Lawrence D. Adams. This is when spirituality and game collides. You got the thinking class. We are beyond the thinking class. We are the being class. Catch you on the flip flop. I'm out of here. Peace.
you'll get it. Look at what you got, man. Don't forget it, cause I can give you what you need. I'm your fantasy, I got you. Tell me what you want, babe. Then come get it. Tell me what you want, babe.